Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is an educational channel, and this is a segment that we have called Your Blind Side. And Your Blind Side is me uh, at least attempting to uh, be the six for the anons and diggers and truthers out there who may be occupied in their rabbit holes and may not be able to see some of the bigger trends and see some of the pitfalls that may happen here down the road. I think they've got the situation under control. I think patriots are in full control. And that this battle against the globalists that we've been fighting for the last 200,000 years uh, is drawing to a close, and we are going to be victorious for the short term. But unfortunately, this victory is not everything. This is just the beginning, and we need to be ready to actually implement something that is um, free from the mind control aspects of the globalists. And that is the problem, is that um, many of the Christian patriots, truthers, anons, diggers out there um, are digging up a storm and raising a ruckus and exposing the deep state, but they are still invested heavily in um, cabal, deep state philosophies, beliefs, religions, and um, habits. And they're just going to transfer those over to the so-called golden age or the next phase of implementation. And we're not going to be any better off than we were before, or just slightly better off than we were before. Um, and I don't know why anybody doesn't see this coming. It seems rather obvious to me that this is coming, but the whole movement seems to be um, just infested with this Christian um, uh, psyop that uh, everybody goes into a trance as soon as the term Jesus Christ or uh, Bible is uttered. Everybody just puts down their critical faculties, and it's like virtue signaling. It's like as soon as you say those words, you're not allowed to question anything, and that you're supposed to all these anons and diggers who otherwise are digging up a storm and investigating everything and researching everything, but as soon as the word Jesus comes up, or soon as the as soon as the Bible comes up, they're like, just, oh, like, I need to follow, you know, uh, this is the word of God. This is the truth. This is something that is not supposed to be investigated. They haven't been able to sort out what the difference is uh, between evidence and faith. I guess they just go forward on faith when faith isn't pertinent, because there's evidence. Okay, when you have evidence, then faith is really not appropriate. And there's just a ton of evidence that the New Testament of the Bible is written by the Romans as a psychological operation. There's a dozen authors out there who have written on the subject. Not one of them has appeared in anything that I've ever seen in 10 years of Truther, Digger, Anon podcast. Not, I saw Red Ice Radio interview Joseph Atwill once. I think they might have interviewed him twice, but that's over in Europe. Um, Other than that, I've seen nothing. And um, the ideas are out there, but the Christian patriots are suppressing them. And I don't want to start a scandal here because I don't think they're really doing it on purpose. But uh, there is a serious gap in this movement right now that apparently somebody needs to bridge the gap here. Somebody needs to step in. Somebody needs to figure out how to get heard because um, they're headed in the very much in the wrong direction, backwards. We're not going backwards. We have to move forward, and moving forward is in the direction of everybody needs to take responsibility for their own spirituality and religion, their own conception of what God is and, you know, how things work. And because we all have that machinery within us, we don't need books to tell us, and we don't need priests or pastors. I think we figured out the priests or pastors and popes thing. We don't need that, and we don't need books either. And these books are so riddled with poison. Yeah, they have some good stuff in them, but so do a lot of other books, you know. And we know what a limited hangout is. You know, a book or any type of source can have 80, 90% great stuff, but you put enough of the poison pills in there, and it's still very effective as a psychological operation or a piece of propaganda. So um, that's not any type of evidence that the Bible is something that we should be paying any attention to. This is a document that its history is so checkered, even without the all of the authors who have looked at the Roman origins hypothesis of the New Testament. It's it's waving multiple red flags even without any of that. That, what is written in Greek, it's, I mean, uh, how many different uh, other traditions does it borrow from? And uh, it seems like every single story in the New Testament, every single motif in the New Testament is taken from other stories. Um, Check out Gospel Fictions by Randall Helms. He looks into all these different sources for every one, like every last one. I'm just looking at the two chapters on miracles. Every one of Jesus's miracles is derivative from an earlier Old Testament story. A few of them from other stories, uh, rabbinical stories, um, uh, Buddhist uh, originated stories. Um, but there's nothing in there that's real. And there's no evidence that supports any of the existence of Jesus or whatever. So we can't be playing this little nursery rhyme game with this is the moving forward to take control of our planet. And we're effing around with Jesus right now. Get real. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and let's get serious here and start doing some digging. Because you don't have to believe me, just do the digging. Look at Josephus' um, War of the Jews and compare it with the New Testament, and then come back and tell me that both of them are true. Um, yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and remember to watch your blind side. Have a great day.